In today's video, I want to talk to you about what percentage of your overall income revenue should you be spending on marketing and how do you get a return? Hey everybody, Greg Winteregg here, CEO, Matterhorn Business Development. And in today's video, I want to talk about marketing, spending money on promotion. Many of our clients operate under $1 million of gross revenue per year. And actually, a lot of them operate under 500,000. So when we start talking about spending money on marketing, the initial knee-jerk reaction is, well, I can't afford that. Okay, so you have to be able to afford that. And in our Profit First system, we have a way to calculate and set aside money for marketing, but we need to get agreement from the owner that it's even necessary. Now, you can create a profitable small business with only referrals and no marketing. And that's fine. And you can have a nice living and maybe you can make $50,000 or $100,000 a year, which is great. But if you actually want to have the vision to expand, you actually want to have the ability to get yourself extracted out of that business, then you're going to have to promote. Because generally speaking, word of mouth referrals are going to take too long. It's going to be a long, slow process. So then if you want to accelerate your growth, you actually want to scale the company and be able to afford to hire people to do some of the things that you do. So now you can at least have a vacation and take some time off. You must market. So then the question becomes, how much should you be spending? Well, many companies are spending 10% on marketing. That's kind of a standard percentage. I think you need to at least start to think with at least 5%, or if you've never done it before, let's talk about 2 or 3%. And let's make it a percentage of your overall revenue. One client had monthly revenue of $6,000 a month. All right, 5% of $6,000 is $300. And initially it's like, whoa, that's a lot of money. Okay, well, I guess if you're not making enough, taking home enough, okay, that's a lot of money. But what we did is we expanded the business. We got into some networking groups. The company was growing, all right? And the company had now gone from $6,000 in revenue to $12,000 in revenue in 90 days. But then the networking was kind of slowing down. Things were slowing down. The telephone is not ringing as much. So let's turn on Home Advisor. And so the initial reaction of the owners was, whoa, that's going to cost us $35 for every lead, maybe more like 40 or 45, depending on this formula and that formula. And so we have to do some marketing. So what we did before we turned it on, this is very important, you have to understand how to handle a lead from a service like Home Advisor. Usually, like we have our landscaper and lawnmower, all right? So that lead, that landscaper is going to get charged $35, $40, maybe $50. And that lead is going to be shared with 3 or 4 or 5 others who do the exact same thing. So rule number 1, respond immediately. If your hands are dirty, wipe them off, call the person back. Then go see them that day. It's just be faster at responding than everybody else. So what we did for this one client is we made an interview form, a pre-qualifying interview form. Thank you. And here are the statistics. Now, these are 90-day statistics, okay? So in this 90-day period, there were 85 leads that were paid for from Home Advisor, which led to 18 jobs. Money coming in from 18 clients. You go, that's ridiculous. It's completely not worth it. That's only 21%. So you pay for 85 leads and you only end up with 18 jobs. Now let's dive into this a little bit further. Those 18 jobs yielded $22,000. So then that was $1,225 per job. And you're like, well, but they wasted all of that other money on the what would it be, 67 leads that didn't pan out to be anything. There were some of those leads that didn't return a phone call. They left a message and then never called back. Okay, true. But we ended up with $22,000 out of those 18 jobs. So our gross income per job was $1,225, which interestingly enough is exactly what we were averaging off of the warm referral, the networking referral. The average job was about $1,200 to $1,500. So it didn't matter if it was cold or warm at that point. Then we have to take a look at what was the cost of acquisition. It cost $2,992 in 3 months for Home Advisor. That's $3,000. Like, oh my gosh, that is so much money. All right. Well, we made $22,000. So our revenue had a 7.4 return on investment, made more than 7 times the cost of the marketing to get that $22,000 back in. And our cost of acquisition on a deal was only $166. So you can't just freak out about, oh my gosh, we just spent $3,000 on Home Advisors in 90 days. This is a business that was doing $6,000 a month before we were working with them. They just finished a $21,000 month. This took, April through November? 7 months to triple? Well, this had to be calculated. It had to be strategized. So here's my advice. Start setting aside at least please 3% and do something with 3%. I recommend 5% minimum. If you're really serious about it, do 10%. You're like, oh my goodness, that's my money I'm spending. Right. But if you focus on your 4 pillars of business basics from my other videos, we have marketing, we have sales, we have delivering what was sold, and we have organization and management. You have to have marketing. Now, if the leads are coming in and it's not leading to sales, then that's not Home Advisor's fault. That's your fault. And I'm using Home Advisor. This is not a Home Advisor video. That's a marketing avenue. I have another business which is going to make door hangers and pay somebody to go put the door hangers on in the neighborhoods where they want to go. There's all different kinds of ways, but you have to spend money on marketing, and then you have to have someone who can close. Marketing and sales are blood relatives. Marketing to get leads, sales to close those leads, and then what does management have to do? Management has to track the data. We set this out to be traced. We committed to a 90-day plan on this because we knew we were going to take some time to build up the results. So here we are. We have a 7.4x return on investment on these jobs. So do your homework, be ready, do some promotion, please at least 5%, 10% if you're feeling brassy and bold. Start with 5, figure out how to make it work, how to close, bump it up to 10, and you can scale a company real fast. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Even during the holidays, we're going to be pumping out content. We want you to have a great 2021. I hope this has been helpful.